This is called Rising Star, and it's an 8-point star within an 8-point star. I did another video about a year ago on the Rising Star, and it has the center star is one fabric and the outer star is another, and then the background. So there's a link up at the top of the video on the right hand side right now if you want to click on that and take a look at that Rising Star. And here is the diagram, the piecing diagram. And if you like to do half square triangles 8 at a time, this is the perfect time to do it, because you can make your half square triangles, the large ones and the small ones, using that method. And I tell you here what size to cut the patches and then trim them down. For the AccuQuilt, I found that if I take one strip of fabric about 5 3/4 inches wide times the width of fabric, it will cut all the pieces you need for that color. So for the white fabric, I had one strip, and for the red fabric, I had another strip. But you need to check this for yourself before you go and cut everything else, because just because it works for me, just make sure it works for you before you cut everything up. Here are the cutting pieces, and you're just cutting squares and triangles. There are 2 sizes of squares and 2 sizes of triangles. For this one, you need the AccuQuilt 6-inch cube to cut these pieces. Here at the bottom, I have some suggestions of how to go about piecing the block. Here are the pieces. We have squares, and there's the same number of pieces for each one, or patches. The small squares, the small triangles, the large squares, and the large triangles. And we're going to start by sewing all the half square triangles. So make 8 of the small ones and 8 of the large ones. Here are the large half square triangles. For the small half square triangles, I've pieced the units for the inner star, and that's down here in the instructions. Next, I'll lay it out on the board and then get ready to piece it. Here is the block laid out on the board, and I'm simply going to piece this together in rows. So there'll be 4 rows to piece together.